Yes, InDesign. This is the next class, right? So this is for tools. We continue with the tools. So I'm creating the document, and this is our InDesign start page. Click on that create new. So we're creating, and I'm taking default size, right? Yes, create. This is my page, right? Yeah, in the previous class, before class, up to here, so up to this frame transform tool I explained. So today we discuss the remaining tools, right? Suppose this is a gradient swatch tool. So with gradient swatch tool, so what we do, so instead of the plain colors and normal colors, we fill colors. Suppose, see, this is my one box area, right? In this we are filling colors. See, this is your fill and this is your stroke, right? Here if you see this, here apply color. So this is your default black color. So double click on that and choose your colors, right? You choose your colors, and here see, so red value is more here, and suppose green 0 and blue 0, right? Here add the G value right, and something 50, right? Right, and suppose here you choose whatever the value you want. See, by adding this green blue, it is showing this, right? And here the blue is 240, it is showing, right? So here I'm showing, suppose the 0, right? So blue is not there. Red and green, suppose by mixing up these two, it is showing there, right? And here see the blue, because the 0, and the red, suppose see this bar, the red is here, and suppose see, so green channel we are checking that, and this is, suppose this blue, right? And this is, these are the lab colors, right? Okay, anyway, you can choose whatever you want that color, right? Say okay, right? This is our normal regular fill option, but instead of this I want to add the gradient colors, right? So here, so these both gradients are there. So this is the regular one, gradient swatch tool, and this is a gradient feather tool. So first let us check this gradient swatch tool. Just click on that, right? And suppose here, after clicking on that, you drag this. See, it is giving that gradient color, but it is giving in default a black and white, right? So we want to add color. So for that, what we do, suppose after clicking that, double click on that, right? This area, suppose see here, it is showing apply color, and here apply gradient. On that you double click, right? So you double click here, and it is, the gradient options are opened here, and you can choose here, suppose instead of white, this is white, and double click, and here double click. See, you are not getting colors. That means what, in a normal way, in suppose in Photoshop or Illustrator, generally by clicking or double clicking, the swatches panel will open. From there you will choose those colors, but here you cannot get by a double clicking on that. So how to fill colors? So see there, the panels are there. You can choose swatches. So this is all your the swatches, here what you do, select your desired color. Suppose this is red I want to, so with left mouse pick that with left mouse, don't release your left mouse, pick and drag, and suppose see that is coming with the color, and you can drag here. See, the color is added here. So after picking that color, don't leave your left mouse and drag and release here. See now the combination of these two colors, the gradient is displaying, right? And here I want to click one more, right? So again here I want to add yellow and pick with the left mouse and drag. Now these are the combinations. Now see, by moving these bars, you can include that area. So how much area you want actually. See, you choose this area and gone here, right? And again click here and choose this red color and drop. Suppose you have to drop properly, so this color, yeah, it's gone. Yes, here pick this color and drag and drop here. This is red and this is blue, and between here I am placing yellow. Between these combination your gradient is displaying. And see that the location, the value of the gradient location here, by giving that percentage, suppose 10% I'm giving, right? So by giving this 10%, your location is actually changing, right? See, after entering that value, press enter on keyboard. So here suppose I'm giving value 50 again and pressing enter on keyboard. See, by choosing this values, the location will change, color location, that means, right? So here it is what angle, then which angle you want. Suppose here now it is 0 angle. Now I'm filling 45 and enter. See, in 45 degrees the angle it is changing. Now here I'm using 90 degrees. See, 90 degrees. In this way you can choose your colors. Here it is reverse colors. See here in the bar the colors are changing left side and left colors are changing to right side. See, or otherwise manually also you can change by dragging this side and that side. Yes, perfect. And here inside the other option also there, linear and radial. We know that radial, about radial, right? So the beautiful, the patterns, colors we are displaying here, right? This is what the simple, the gradient colors we are choosing. And see, this is here add selected swatch to my current CC library. So if you connect with the CC by internet, so you can connect with the CC library. You will get that by switching on that, right? Suppose here it is connecting, but at present not required that. Okay, click on the swatches now, and here see it is swatch views. So show color swatches, show all swatches, show gradient swatches, show color groups. Suppose show all swatches, right? So here showing all the swatches, show color swatches, and show gradient swatches. See, only gradient swatches only showing, right? And you can choose show all swatches. And here see new color group. Suppose you can click here and add it is into new color group. Suppose by selecting that selected swatches, by clicking that it is it can add into that color group, selected swatches and selected page item. Suppose selected swatches, so it is add into that group. See, add into that group, right? And suppose here new swatch, See, this is what this is changing into a new swatch, right? Suppose here you draw anything, right? And suppose you can drag and drop the new swatch color is ready. So by choosing this, suppose Alt Shift I'm using, yeah, this is my circle, and directly this swatch with left mouse click and drag and drop into that, so it is nicely adding into that area. So that is the benefit, you are creating the groups and adding into that swatch. See, this swatch is in that group, right? And select here. If you don't want that, delete selected swatches or groups, right? So for time being I'm keeping that. Yeah, this is about that, the gradient colors, right? Yeah, remove this and remove this and minimize this. And next, see here, this is what the gradient of feather tool. This is a new tool actually. This tool we know very well, and this is a gradient feather tool. With this tool, what we do, suppose here again I'm choosing this rectangle tool, and here I'm creating one circle here, right? Now instead of this color, swatch color, if you want you can use this color, or otherwise use that only. And suppose here you check that gradient feather tool, right? So this gradient feather tool, see here we have the options also there within that. So in that the effects are there. I'll explain after this. So in these effects, your gradient feather option also there in that list, right? For time being cancel it, and here after selecting the gradient feather tool, you drag here. See, partially it is selecting. See the difference between this gradient feather, adding feather here, and the gradient swatches, the gradient colors. In this we are adding, and here it is feather. See, light to dark. You can choose your area, suppose how you want. Choose your area, right? So the same thing here I'll apply on the image also, right? Yes, here by choosing option, suppose here see, and again I'm using with this color, and here I'm applying the gradient feather tool, right? So here by clicking this view, in this extras show frame edges, right? So here it is showing frame edges. So before that it was without showing, right? Suppose here see, around this object it is giving a one outline like, right? So select that one, and from view and extras, right? So hide frame edges. See, the frame edges are hiding for the both sides, right? And suppose by clicking here, remove this outline, a more clarity you will get, right? Beautiful. Sometimes we use this gradient of feathers. The same thing here I'll apply on image photograph, right? We'll check what will happen. And again from file, and suppose place yes, I'm choosing this one or this one. Yeah, I'll choose this one. Open, and here I want to select this much only, right? This is my object and photograph. On that I'm using this gradient feather tool, right? So I'm using this gradient feather tool. See, beautifully the only that much portion only visible. So by dragging you'll understand, right? See, here it has no outline, and here choose some outline. Here I'm giving suppose 10, right? See, the same gradient effect applying to image and that outline, right? Suppose here by clicking that view, and suppose in this extras show frame edges, right? The frame edges are showing, and suppose here I want to remove this outline. I'm removing this outline, but after removing, because you applied already show frame edges, because of the show frame edges application, it is showing frame edges. Now I want to remove that. Again, from view, extras, and hide frame edges, right? Now see, it is beautiful, right? Here nicely you can flow your text. Suppose here I am adding like greetings, so I'm taking the font is 24, greetings. Greetings, right? So get this big size. See, because here this is only the text size, but unnecessarily this extra frame around this text it is appearing. So just double click on that, you will get the small size of that, right? And now click on the text and give this a font size. Suppose it is 24, it is showing. Instead of that, get 60, and but this area is very small. So instead of that, I'm selecting the bigger size and choose now 30, and now I'm typing greetings, right? Greetings. Yes, this much. And this the around this greeting text, the box is must be a small size. Yes, beautiful. And here I want to use the separate color for that. So for that I select this one and choose something like a red, right? Beautiful. This is, see, it can be nice a greeting. So if you decorate more nicely, you will get that, right? So these are these two, gradient feather tool, and this is the gradient swatch tool. And come to this tool. So this is note tool. Suppose, so in this I'm creating some dummy text by using fit with placeholder text. This is my text, right? This is my text. So here yeah, I'll type again. I'll type again. Okay, here I'm choosing 30 and right click here, fill with the placeholder text, right? Suppose see I'm using this node tool. With the node tool, it will record your information, right? Suppose write some notes about this image or about this the design, right? And any assignments if you have, right, you can change. So this is simply to record or note about your work. And this is what the color theme tool, right? So and this is eyedropper tool. So with this color theme tool, you can record your colors. So these many colors it has, so it is recorded in this. So divide into the swatches. See, it is showing here the values, the cyan percentage, magenta percentage. So here CMYK, so it is showing, right? And here it is the colorful, and it is the brighter, and this is the darker, so and so options, right? And here suppose it is add this scheme theme to swatches, right? If you want to add this into swatches, you can add them into swatches. See, these are already used colors. So by choosing this color theme tool, the theme you are choosing and understanding, and the same theme you are adding into swatches list. So here it is recorded, right? So that is the use of this. Add this theme to my current CC library, right? So it can add into your current CC library also, right? Okay, that inside one, another one, it is what eyedropper tool, right? We know that eyedropper tool, because suppose this is my area box, right? So here instead of this one, I'm choosing this color, this blue one, right? But with this eyedropper tool, choose this color and you can apply. Automatically it is applying to that. We know that. And this is what a measure tool. So to measure this area, see, it is information it is giving x and y value, and the width 52.5 mm, height is no height because it is horizontal, the direction it is showing. Suppose here it will show this height up to here to here, the height is 60.75 mm and the width is not there, slight width is there, right? Otherwise there is no width. So this is for recording your that information, the measuring information we use. And here see, this is hand tool. So by using this hand tool, you can move your the document, your entire page we can move, right? So very good. And this is zoom. So we know that zoom area. So by pressing Control and minus, you will get zoom out, right? Control and minus I'm applying on keyboard, and here it is Control plus, it's zooming in, and this is zoom out. The one more option is by pressing Alt and using your the mouse middle scroll, you are getting into and out, right? Okay. And here these are the swap, fill and stroke. Suppose you can swap your colors. Suppose this is my outline, this the gradient color option, changing to applying to outline. Suppose here the outline is very thin, so we are not seeing that. Suppose I am giving this into a 10. See, the gradient color is applying to this outline, right? So by swapping this, we'll get, right? And this is what in default the fill and stroke color in showing fill 0 and stroke black, right? Very good. Instead of this, I'm filling some color inside, and now this thickness I'm changing to 5. Okay, and this is what apply color. By clicking on that, you'll apply color, and plain color we apply here, right? And this is what gradient apply, and here it is apply none. Don't want fill color, right? And here I'm applying again by clicking gradient, and by choosing the stroke color and by applying none. See, you are not applying for outline, right? And again I'm applying outline black, right? Yes, these are the options here, right? And this is what and this is normal. So normal means at present how you are applying and drawing things in a normal way, right? So this is normal. And here, if you see here these are options. This is a preview. So in preview we'll check actual our view, right? In the present view, and this is bleed. So I'll explain about bleed slug presentation, right? And in designing time more clearly you'll understand, because here right now I'm not applying any bleed and slugs, right? Here normal page I'm taking. So keep this as it is. I'll explain this about this in the next class, right? Yeah, so these are the simple tools for today. So almost all the tools I covered. The next class other important topics will cover. So you also have to practice this, then you will understand about all the tools, right? Thank you.